So, when we first set up RIS, we knew that using a traditional target driven approach, which is seen in many law firms, can often come at the cost of well-being. And so, what we wanted to do was focus on output when measuring performance. As an example, we don't have any time targets, and we find that they can often drive negative cultures because people's value is determined by how many hours they have on the clock. We also make sure that well-being is at the heart of all decisions about work allocation. And so we use a traffic light system to determine when a case is taken on and who takes that case on. And as part of that traffic light system, we also consider emotional capacity and the emotional demands of a case, not just busyness or the size of caseload. So we can make sure that nobody has too many red cases. So we decided it was to introduce an unlimited annual leave policy. And the aim of this was to encourage staff to take off as much time as they need, provided they were meeting client demands. We thought that that policy could only be a good thing for well-being, but through discussions with our team, we found out that people were actually reluctant to take time off because they didn't want to be seen as taking advantage and they didn't feel they had a good gauge as to what a suitable level of time would be. And so we introduced a minimum leave requirement to give people that starting point. We also realised that there was room for confusion with other policies, for example, how it fitted with our sickness policy and when a staff should use unlimited annual leave or a sickness day. Overall, I think what this process showed us was first of all, it's okay to try new ways of working and things might not always work. But secondly, it's really important to engage with staff and to get that feedback and to adjust those policies when they aren't working. And then finally, it's really important for senior leaders to lead the way in showing staff how to work in a healthy way. So if we want our staff to take a duvet day, we need to be able to do that ourselves sometimes. I think it's really important that we are proactive. And one of the ways that we've done that is to introduce a monthly reflective practice session that's led by a clinical psychologist. So we find that supervision and training is often focused on legal knowledge and legal issues in a case rather than the psychological impact that a case might have. And it's just as important to have a space to address the emotional response to our work. So each session has a different focus or theme. People are encouraged to bring a case and discuss it. It might be a traumatic case involving a sensitive topic or dealing with a highly anxious client. It's also really important that senior leaders take part in those discussions, not just to show junior members that it's okay to have an emotional reaction to our work, but also we found that through working through these topics together, it's bringing us closer as a team.